I am Professor Antonio S. Marajas, and this is Computer Organization and Architecture. Welcome back to our subject, Computer Organization and Architecture. Our discussion for today is about standards organizations. Now, the standards setting organizations are ad hoc trade associations or consortia made up of industry leaders. Manufacturers knows that by establishing common guidelines for a particular equipment, they can market their product to a wider audience than if they come up with separate and perhaps incompatible specifications. So, standard organizations is very important in the sense that, for example, if you want to buy a memory card, you want to upgrade the memory of your computer. Now, if you buy a memory card in a particular company which is not a member of the standards organizations, then you will have a problem because the possibility is that the memory cards that you bought not be compatible with the computer that you have, no? So you will have a difficulty of upgrading your the memory of your computer. Okay, so whereas if the company that you are planning to buy equipment is a member of the standards organization, then the possibility is that the memory that you want to buy for your upgrading will be compatible with that of your computer. So that's one basic importance of having standards organizations. Okay, so another example is if you have a motherboard, no, you want to buy a particular CPU, okay, and you want it placed in your motherboard, see to it that both motherboard and CPUs belong to the same standards organization, because you will be assured that these two are compatible, no? The memory or the CPU that you will be buying and the motherboard that you will be buying are compatible. So you will have no problem with your computer later. Okay? Now, there are some standard organizations with formal charters which are recognized internationally as the definitive authority in certain areas of electronics and computers. One of which is the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, or IEEE. It is an organization dedicated to the advancement of professions of electronic and computer engineering. It sets standards for various computer components, signaling protocols, and data representation. So that's the basic function of the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, no? It is dedicated to the advancement of the professions of electronic and computers. In other words, it's standardized, no? The professions in electronics and computer engineering. Okay, now another is the International Telecommunications Union, or the ITU. Now, this concerns with the interoperability or integration of telecommunications systems, including telephone, telegraph, and data communication systems. Now, here in the Philippines, as we all know, there are 3 big telecommunication unions here. We have the Smart, the Globe, and the D2. Now, these 3 giant telecommunications should be a member of International Telecommunications Union for them to have a compatible system. No? In other words, if these 3 are compatible in their communication system, telecommunication systems, you can call, for example, D2 or Globe if you are using Smart, or vice versa. Okay? Since both of these, all of these telecommunication systems are compatible. Okay? That's the advantage of having a standardized communication system. Okay, the third one is the most common standard organization, which is called the International Organization for Standardization, or the ISO. Okay? Now, ISO is the entity that coordinates worldwide standards development. Okay? It is an independent, non-governmental, international organization that develops standards to ensure quality, safety, and efficiency of products, services, and systems. Okay, so almost all of the areas that needs to be standardized are being catered by this international organization for standardization. Okay, so it standardizes the quality of the product,